I didn't know what was there. Right. I'll squidge back into the chair. Squidge back into the chair. And under the blanket, onto the chair, find the stream. Let's see, here we go. How are we, chat? Good morning. It's not morning anymore, is it? Oh, it's getting on for 1 o'clock, okay. Oh, it's later than I thought. Alright, it's later than I thought. Let me go over here, and then we'll start doodling. Where are we? Where are we? I'm gonna have to go and find some more references to draw, aren't I? Hello, everyone. Hello. Let's hit the mute button in case I set anything off while I'm looking as well. Okay, Pinterest or some such. I did find some cool ones. Oh, pants. I'm sure I did. Or do I just want to find some poses actually where the legs are a bit more bent? Or shall I just doodle more like this? Because I think I was catching on. I do think I'm catching on slowly. Maybe that's a better idea. I don't know. Let's just go and then I'll figure out what I'm doing, I suppose. Get YouTube back up. There we go. Right, we'll figure it out. We'll figure out what we're doing as we're going. I think we'll figure it out. Those are okay. Those are like their own thing on a layer. I'm gonna draw the legs again. I think. Yeah, we'll do another like this. Another folder. Another layer. Where did all of those pants go there? Are they in here? Yeah, okay. I wanted to grab this. And we'll put them in here. There's the dragon. A little bit, donkey looking. That face. A little bit donkey looking. Just move my plants a bit. There we go. Oh, they do fit. Okay, they fit nice onto this here. Is that sun going to be in my face? Of course it is. Okay, right, we'll see what we can do now anyway. I'll deal with it. I'll deal with it. Right, let's draw some leggies and keep them pretty, I guess I should keep them like basic, the leggies, actually. Let's, I've been doing a lot of kind of blocky stuff like this morning. Might be a good start just to be able to do that, and then I can like block the legs onto what I've got going on. Like, we'll make them kind of tubey so that they aren't too complex. I think. I'm not making too chunky. Go with tubes, spaghetti tube legs. I think we'll do for now. I'm gonna hang around for a little while, as per usual. Also, I'll do a little bit of a study stream, and then I will scoot again, see if I can get some more other stuff done. So, okay. There's one pair of legs. Let's do some more. I might try and fill the space, actually. That would be tidy. I might do a couple of passes over them as well, like I did with the last set, because it gets more annoying to like redraw the legs multiple times than it does to draw up new ones. It's easier to just do it and then try different kinds of pants on them. Okay. I want to draw some wacky poses again as well. I've been trying to draw like trying to study like more simplified ones, but I also have like other styles that I need to try and work stuff out in, I think. What do you think? Just like that. I think. What if I have like one leg uppy like that? That would be awkward, wouldn't it? How to draw eyes from any angle? I could try. I could try. Also, hello. Have you seen the head one that I did? I don't know if that would be helpful. I can't remember if I talk about eyes specifically, but it might be helpful. I think I draw legs too short a lot of the time too. I need to pay attention to that. Since I go from like flowy shapes first, I like consistently have proportion issues, because it's like, what proportions look best with this specific pose? Because depending on how crazy and twisty it is, sometimes you need more space to make it show up well, and it just doesn't work in like dunkier proportions, which is really annoying. I always have that problem with like chibis, because how do you make a cool pose work with a chibi when they have such a small like range of movement because of how exaggerated everything is? It's a real pain in the butt. I think that's why they annoy me, and I don't like them. I can't really draw anything chibi. I have to make the arms. I'll have to do like the Sonic arms, you know, make them real long so that you can get some kind of movement with them. Good morning, how are we? Welcome to the stream. Hello. What else can we? Legs. How else do we legs? Let's see. Kind of want to do like a twisty. Draw some butt. Let's draw some butt. Okay. It's okay. Draw some butt. Chibi kind of makes him like a doll, yeah. Like real simple. I guess that is like an issue with like articulating things. Because with them, with like the articulated figures, they're always like really tall, right? They always have like tiny heads and the, you know, like 10 heads tall kind of figure. So that they have more crazy articulation, which is kind of cool, actually. I don't have any anime figures. I have seen JoJo ones that look cool, but I don't think I would. I shouldn't start collecting anime figures. That would be bad for me. It would be bad. Sailor Moon is built with orangutan proportions? Yeah. Yeah. So they can do cool poses. I'm trying to think of other stuff, but in general, like the kind of superhero stuff, where they're doing a lot of like fighting and dynamic poses, they whack out the proportions. Like even if they're really buff, they got like long arms and stuff. Okay, I'm drawing these two. Let's just do a flipping sheet. Let's just do a flipping sheet of them, like 2 rows, and then it's a lot simpler, and I can slap details onto them faster. Orangutan giraffe. That style always like bothered me, I think. Where it's just too leggy. If it's too leggy, I don't like it, and if it's too sort of dumpy, I don't like it. I think that's why I like the panty and stocking style, because that's like in between chibi-ish and like Sonic, I guess. Because they still have to have the motion in it. Most of Dragon Ball Goku is a kid with chibi-type proportions. Do they do a lot of cool posing in that? Because I thought they didn't. All the poses seem very blocky in Dragon Ball. Like symmetrical. I mean... I think I mean symmetrical. I'm getting poo brain. Hang on. Let me actually draw. I'm poo brained. Poo brain. I see why people draw at night. I've got to go back to that because I see the sun outside and I'm like, ooh, daylight. Nice. I should practice drawing eyeballs more though, actually. That's what I need to work on that for some reason, I think. I forget, I need to find my notes on like what I wanted to fight with, because I have a list somewhere. 800 episodes of Dragon Ball Z. Yeah. I've never seen him doing any like dynamic twisty poses. I always see him very, very blocky. That kind of like squatting down, like powering up pose, I guess, is what I see with that stuff. I didn't get to watch Dragon Ball as a kid. They didn't have it on over here. I missed out. I think we had Pokemon for a hot second. That was about it. Wave pose. Oh yeah, I guess that one's like... It's like slightly less symmetrical, but it's still very, you know... What am I trying to say? Like anchored to the ground? They do a lot of the sort of bracing themselves in the way they stand. Oops. I keep eye dropping shit. I'm trying not to. Okay, fight time with these in a minute. Hi, hello. How are we? Welcome to the stream. Ooh. Trying to not make these like too wacky, but should we do some like sitting ones or ones with the legs like uppy? Message redacted. Oh, not hi then. Okay, bye. Bye. I do some like, oh, I want to do foreshortening. Is that going to cause me problems? Probably is. Let's try it there. This doesn't take forever to auto-save. There we go. Okay. Do some skinny legs. Skinny legs, skinny legs. These are Sonic legs. These are really like Sonic legs. They're obnoxious. That looks probably too low. Can I do one that has more of a twist? I was thinking of like a walking one where you have one leg forward and one leg going back. I like more of a twist in the torso that way. I suppose the legs don't even need to be like walking. It's fine. That'll do. That'll do. It's an idea of what's going on. Squeeze another one in the corner. Then we'll get to drawing some pants. I'll draw some pants. By the rules, no baby talk, so I deleted my message. Wait, was it baby talk? I forget now. But thank you, I guess. But welcome to the stream. Okay, if we try just one leg. See how that does. We'll see how that does, and then make a new layer. New layer, and we'll doodle some pants on top of these and see if they behave. See if they behave. Okay. What kind of pants do I want to do? I'm thinking about doing actually like faster sketches on top of these, so just like getting the sort of grab points like that and then swinging them down and trying to catch the overall shape without worrying too much about nibbling it down into like simplified occlusion shadows and stuff. So like that. I think. And then we have down the middle. I want like crinklies to it. I think I'm not doing it as well at balance in the way that these crinkle and simplify either. Oops, or like how much of it there is. I could probably do with like pulling down some as well so it's baggier. I was looking at some of the old time lapses that I have as well, and I have one of where I did a thing where I was trying to draw faces as quick as I could on a big sheet, and I did like a couple of sheets of it, so it was quite a lot. I was gonna post that, but it might help to do something similar with these, because it's gonna like force me to only concentrate on pulling out the most important details. Same with figure drawing, but I don't know if that's something I can like process on stream. That's gonna be harsh. I'm gonna have to see if I can find a like timed one that's gonna let me draw people with clothes on. I've got to go and look back through them. I think that quick poses had actually I haven't used quick poses in a long time. That one's quite nice. Or it was for like figure drawing. I don't know if it's still good. I would hope so. I used to like using that one. I think they had a thing. They had a thing anyway. Where you could put your email in, and then after you'd done so much time on it, they would send you like a certificate. That was cute. I don't know if they still do that. I can't remember how many hours it was, or if I think they had different ones for different amounts of time that you'd spent on it. Okay, that wants to like link onto the leg a bit more, so that's gonna have to be a crinkle like that, isn't it? So it's a I don't know, I guess like a tendon that kind of links up to it. Would be one way to think about it. I've been looking at the other ones I was doing and like comparing them, and I can see that they're getting better. I can't quite figure out what it is exactly that I'm doing right yet, but that's a step forward. That's a step forward, figuring out what it is that's working. I have to. I don't think I annotate it. I saved a lot of them because I'm going to put them on the Patreon. But I'm going to have to start like annotating them. It's difficult with fabric because you don't have a standardized. Yeah, I guess like a standard vocabulary of like terms for fabric. Or I don't, at least. I don't know where people are hiding that. It's probably the fashion people that are hiding that somewhere from me. So I may have to go and find that out. I know some, but it's more like the cut of clothing rather than how a crinkle is shaped. I feel like that's a bit too specific to have a term for on its own. Maybe though. These are reminding me of the insides of ears. I forget the names for the little bits of ears as well. They've all got their own names. The little bits of ears, the little curves and wobbles in them. Maybe I should think of that actually, because oh yeah, you get the bit in the ear where it does the kind of Y shape like that, like around the top bit. That's what it's making me think of, because a lot of the fabric does that shape. You get the little pinch here, and then it goes into the Y shape like that. I'll leave that one alone. I'm poking at it too much. What about this? What if we do like some silly high-waisted ones? High-waisted shorts, chat, that go up to here. Yes or no? Those do look very, very silly. Where they've almost got a bodice? Bodice isn't the right word, is it? The other thing. Okay, let me see if I can do my shapes. Waffle. Let me see if I can waffle my way around some fabric crinkles here. And around here. See, I'm curious also if it would help. That's the wrong color. If it would help or be easier to draw out the edges of the crinkles like this, like it's a highlight. Does that make sense? Like that kind of thing. And then draw the rest on top. You suggest any animation and digital rendering courses that I start with? I'm not sure I can, you know, because I taught myself. I'm sorry. I can't recommend you any that I have done. Like, I can't, like, personally recommend you anything, if that's what you're looking for. I just read books. I just read books, I'm sorry. There was one I wanted to do, but I forgot what it was. Flipping expensive, though. That was the only trouble. I can recommend you books if you want books. I've got to get into that perspective one and start like fucking about with that. Actually, I'm gonna swap pen because I'm hating this one. It's making it take way too long. I don't know a thing about animation. Also, I'm not sure where you'd go for that. I know there's a guy called, is it Aaron Blaise? Like Blaise, I think. Who has animation stuff. Because I think he worked at Disney doing a lot of the, animal stuff. The art world is a giant grift for the most part. But yeah, I can recommend books that I like. Does not mean that you will like them though, I guess. Okay, let me see. Let me see if this is working. If I do that, that's probably like too much, but I wonder if, I hope I can get rid of this after actually, this like white that I've sketched on. That might be bad. I wasn't paying attention. That might mess it up later, but oh well. I guess that would like roll up that way, and then that's like part of that crinkle there. These details particularly are wrapping around it very well. Everyone is a showrunner or a storyboard artist now, but animation is exported and CalArt's down. Yeah. There is everyone that's just doing like indie stuff though, just like making their own shit. I guess is the way to do it now, because they are just, I forget where they were exporting stuff. I heard something about them starting to export stuff to certain places now. Okay, I don't think that looks good, but that's okay. We'll figure out what's wrong with it. Can I try? Hang on. There might be a bit brightness to opacity. Ah, there we go. I can get rid of it. Ah, I can cheese. I can cheese my way through it. Good. Okay. I know that. Who's the one guy? Who's the one guy? Who's the YouTube guy? Does the art? The guy. The one guy. I know he has art courses. I always forget his name. He's got the accent and the bald head. Tells you to pay the troll toll with a like at the start of the video. Mark Brunet, that's him. Or Brunette. I'm not sure. I know he has courses. I know he has courses. That doesn't look so bad here, doing that waffle shape. Actually, that seems to make more sense. That seems to make more sense. Okay. I don't look that much into the animation stuff either, but I kind of get the impression that anything that is larger is just kind of people bringing in their own friends from wherever. It's nepotistic, as far as I've seen. Yeah, okay, that bit around the middle of the leg looks like okay. For some reason. I need to look at like jeans specifically and the way that they behave too. Oh, do we have a raid? Hello, friendos. Lolly raid. Hello, Lolly. How are we, chat? I'm suffering, chat. I'm trying to figure out how to draw pants. How are we doing? How are we doing, chat? What's going on? What have you all been streaming? I've been hang on, let me show you. This was my study sheet. This was my study sheet, and now I'm trying to figure out if I've learned anything. I've already done another one where I've been trying. The first attempts were pretty bad, the first row. They got a little bit better on the second row, so I'm working on it slowly. We're gonna get there eventually. So many pants, so many pants. A waking nightmare of pants. There is no end to it. I've been doing some doodling. Of super secret concept art. I'm trying to catch the fabric flow like this, and those are doing a little bit better. Those are doing a little bit better. They're helping with the kind of concept design stuff, which is good. Played fast tonight? Is that how you pronounce that? It's a little chaotic. I hope you all had fun. Okay. I'm not sure what kind of pants to be doing here. I'll have to switch to drawing that Mothman at some point. I'm trying to roll with the, while I have the energy to study like this and get really, really into it, I'm like, you better just, like, go with it. It's like, you know, when you need to tidy really bad, and you're just like, whatever. You just can't be bothered with it for a long time. And then it hits, and you have to take advantage of it. And clean up in, like, one go. It's like, I'm already invested, so I've got to ride the wave. Asmophobia, we were hunting ghosties. Oh, that one's fun. It's a good game. Hunting ghosties. Hello everyone. Better than you would do. Man, they are more difficult than they look. Deceptively difficult to draw. Very, very difficult. Okay, I need to pay attention. Where was I looking at them? There was one over here that had like a really obvious seam and then crinkles coming off of it, like that kind of thing. That's what I was fighting with. I need to put a sticker on my screen as well to like raid people because I consistently forget. Ah, yes, all the wrinkles pain. It really is. It is. Also, hello. Waking nightmare. Waking nightmare. I've been going into shops and like staring at the mannequins so that I can figure out how the clothing folds work also. Make it look easy. My brain is screaming. It's making dial-up noises. Trying to figure out what's going on. Fighting for my life over here. Okay, there is a lot of like triangles. I know there's triangles that happen, like this kind of thing. So I don't know if that works actually, just like kind of zigzags. Zigzags. Maybe I can get away with zigzags like this. A theory, okay, one theory I have is that you can kind of, I guess like a fishnet, like this kind of thing. You can like fishnet and then you would have the highlights along the edges of it. And then it's easier to render in, but I think I was doing that on one of these and it was like way too obvious. Like this one with the crinkles, I guess, because you've got the same thing going on where it's like, and you can like really obviously see where I've done it and it doesn't blend in quite so good as the ones where it's kind of like that one, but less obvious. On the one I did as a direct study than when I'm trying to replicate it, but that could be me making my lines too chunky. I'm suspicious of. Very suspicious. Very suspicious. Let me go back to the sketching. I've got to try and get these to happen fast. I'm probably gonna finish this sheet on stream, and I'm gonna try and do a bit of rendering on it. Screw it, like those other ones. We'll do some of that. But that's what I'm gonna try and achieve on stream today. And then I will hop off. I was debating doing a Patreon stream later, but I'm gonna see if it's a better idea for me to get starting on some video. Put on there. I was surprised people like that video that I put out. Actually, it's probably because I've got like wacky poses in it though. That one I put out on YouTube at the weekend. Because I haven't put one out in a while with having paused the Patreon for a little bit. This is making me think of like tiger bread as well, where you get the giraffe texture where it crackles. Drawing the outlines to the shapes. I'm just gonna draw it like that on this and try and see if it works. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. If it looks silly, then I know that won't work. I've got certain ways that I will draw faces and things and shorthand them so that they're easier for me to understand the form of. And I'm convinced that there's some way to do it with fabric, but it's so much more fluid that it's not as immediately obvious. It's gonna take me longer. I think also some of the shapes need to like stretch more like that. It's like drawing the planes on their own isn't too bad. It's the idea of where do they wrap around and how. I don't know why they call it tiger bread if it looks like giraffe markings. It is weird. Very nice. I think I've been eating some of that actually. Crusty bread. I thought it was some kind of, I don't know if I've had sourdough, but it's got like a taste to it. The bread I've been eating, but it says that it's got some kind of savory flavoring on it. On the packet, which sounds a bit suspicious. I don't entirely know what it is. It kind of tastes like bicarbonate of soda. A bit strange. Okay, I like the little cuffs on the pants like that, actually. That's kind of wrinkling up in a way that makes more sense, I think. Flavored bread. We made something once that was bread with, oh, what is it? Cardamom seeds? It had cardamom seeds in it, and that was really nice. I think it was some kind of like dessert bread. Like a bready pudding. That was very nice though. Forget the name of it. But very tasty. Okay, that looks real dumb, so I, at the very least, don't know how to, like, line those to get them to not look terrible. I think I kind of have an idea of what the planes are doing and what I'm trying to do. It's that in between again where it's like, how do you get it to look good in lines and how do you get it to look good in values? Because values is way easier with textures. Way easier. Let's actually add some flipping pockets on the side. There we go. Pockets on the side. Fill it out. What about this one? The flowy ones are so much easier. So much easier than the like loose, crunchy. Completely different shapes. Okay, should we do a thing first where we like blunk in how loose they are? So something like this, I'm thinking. There's like crunch around the waistband that I think I miss as well. Let's try and catch that drop off by there, I think, like this. So that could be one big shape. That could be one big shape. I'm trying to think about how it gets simplified for like animation, because you really have to simplify those forms down and they end up just being a couple of lines like this so that it's not a nightmare to draw repeatedly. I think that's what I need to figure out. Because a lot of it indicates the form too, where you have the rolls wrapping around the form. So that would drop off there. And then I've got it like, yeah, like pinches in a bit and then back up here like that. I've started going back up the woods again in the evening. Actually, it's quite nice up there. There was no... Usually there's sheep out. I keep hearing them up there going, brr. They've let the sheep out for the spring. But they weren't out last night, so I just went for a wander to the creepy abandoned house in the woods. For a change. I did scare one of the sheep out there last year. It like fell over on its back. I felt bad, but it was a little bit funny. So it stood up on its back legs and couldn't turn quick enough, so it just like fell over on its back. Just like rolled over like a bowling pin. Poor thing. They're doing sheep things. They're doing something. They must have got called in already. I like seeing the sheep out there. I don't think I've seen any lambs yet. I don't know if it's lambing season yet. Soon, I suppose. Hear them all the time when it is. So they're going, wow. Okay, see, this is the kind of thing I want to do because I think I'm overthinking it a little bit. A little bit. I mean a lot. A lot of it. Terribly overthinking it. That's a nice little dimple. Okay, that's a better dimple look. That's quite nice and simple. Simple dimple. Let's have a look at them. Don't know if I'm convinced. Don't know if I'm convinced. Let's try more. Finish the sketches quickly. I want to draw some way you get the sort of like up like that, and then drop off. That would cause that, so like this, and then the rest of it would like scoop behind, but you'd get. You know what? Yeah, let's try that actually. Let's have like a little pinch, because in some of these references there was little pinches like that. Just little pinches of fabric that would make their own big folds, and it looked cool. I don't know which ones it was on. Where was it? It wasn't one of these. Is it in a different sheet? Okay, I can't remember which one it was now, but one of them had like really nice pinches of the fabric like that. It was cool. I like it when the shapes look very simplified as well. Okay, what else do we have? We're gonna have more crinkles like this. I think I'm making a lot of those too vicious as well with the way that they are wrapping, like so. That wants to. Yeah, okay, there's going to be like an anchor point down here, so it's going to bump onto the leg like this, and then it's splaying like up and outwards with that piece, which probably wants to go out more actually. Yeah, okay, that wants to splay like up and outwards like that, and then roll back. And then that can swing back up to there. Yeah, okay, so I'm trying to join up the tension between this point and this point. I'm just going to take to drawing over the top of stuff like that as well, actually, because it helps more, and I can delete it later anyway. It's not gonna bother anything. It's not going to cause any problems for me, I don't think. I guess that would have like its own shadow along there, I'm thinking, but it's getting into details. I shouldn't poke it too much. Right, what was I doing on these ones? With the foreshortening. I don't know even how to start with the foreshortening. I've been trying to simplify like animal designs too, because people keep getting me to draw furry stuff. People keep getting me to draw furry stuff, so I'm like, oh, maybe I should figure out how to draw furries, but when I try, they just kind of come out as like cute little cats. They just come out as cute little cat. I thought I'd try cats because I prefer cats, and I feel like people don't really draw them very much as furries, so I thought it would be easier to like work the style in first if I started with cats and then move to like dogs and things since they're more common. But I'm probably gonna have to figure out one style and then have one that what's the word? Splits off from it, like a variant. Because mine are too cutesy. And I don't know if they have the kind of appeal that people are looking for. Like the way you utilize the lines, very clean. Thank you. Try Animal Crossing style of animals instead of furries. That kind of is what mine are looking like. I guess I don't tend to default to the like sexy look. It's like not the way I draw, just like by default I don't seem to tend towards that way, so it's like it's difficult to do. But I guess that's also like, I don't know, I have that problem with like humans too. But that's still, it's like a blind spot in it. I forget I have that dragon on the screen. I draw things like that. I can do like cutesy and I can do that kind of thing, but the whole like the sexy area doesn't seem to come natural. That one's more difficult. I feel like that's the default. Because that's what is more appealing, like more widely appealing to people. So I should probably try and learn about it and see if I can integrate anything and get more balance or like a wider range. The opposite of the Japanese. This one isn't looking so bad. It's a little bit potato sack. Well, it's not that bad. Not that bad. Yeah, I'm gonna have to study it because I had the same issue with chibis where I didn't really like the style of them because they seemed very restrictive. And I don't think I still can't do that kind of chibi style, but I don't really want to, but I learned stuff from drawing them and trying to figure it out. Or at least figure out why I didn't like it. That's why all my stuff has different proportions because I can't fit the weird faces that I want to onto chibis. So I had to change stuff around. I forget what chibis I did actually. I know I've got a bunch of sketches of them on Patreon while I was having that fight. Because whenever I'm having a fight with like this, I go and stick on Patreon all the sketches. I'm gonna have to dig them out and look at them again. I know the first ones were like really bad, but that's the fun of it. That's the fun of it. You do a really bad job and then you figure it out slowly. Just thinking about it with the way that I've been drawing animals too. I'm trying to figure out the stylization for the cute little cats. And I can still see the way that I used to draw like, what, 10, oh god, more than 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, I can see the same sort of shapes that I had as like a default style where I wasn't really thinking about it, it was just what came natural. Which is kind of strange. I'm just trying to balance it out and have it make a bit more sense structurally now. Friend asked me to do a cute Japanese schoolgirl shark or VTuber-like things. I did this monstrosity instead. Oh, that's cute. Has it got the little huffy nostrils? That's adorable. I like that one. That's so cute. I've got to start adding nostrils onto my dragon. That will make it so much worse. I think I was talking about that the other day. I've been drawing the little like chibi versions with nostrils. Or I need to figure out how to get like a snort variant on this dragon, so that if the mic peaks, it looks like it's snorting. I think that would be fun. I want to keep some of the. I'm thinking about the outside shapes now, because I do a lot of like going back over and simplifying into like single curves, like that would like simplify down, and then like that kind of thing with other stylized stuff. But I'm doing it on this one kind of, but I don't think that will be too much of a problem. I just I just need to be aware of it if I want to do that later. Oh, it's so good and hilarious, the chin faces. I love them so much, thank you. I'm gonna start putting the chin faces back in my videos also. People miss them, so I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna go back to it. I need to try that 0.5 zoom thing with the camera. I've been seeing people doing that. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. That's completely unexploited in terms of the stuff I've been drawing. Need to learn about it. Followed the YouTube, great content. Thank you. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be back to posting stuff soon. I do like a mid-month video on Patreon, and then it's like up early there, but then it goes up on the YouTube. But I had the Patreon paused for a month because I was having computer problems, but I'm back now. Back to the content. Back to the content. The horrible, horrible content. I've got to draw worse faces again too, because I'm missing those. I'm missing drawing those. To draw so many. To draw so many all the time. Okay, right. I think those aren't like terrible. The leg looks like it's twisted a little bit too much, but that's me doing crazy poses because I'm obsessed. Zoom out again. What do we have? What do we have? What do we have? What else could we have? Ooh, what about? Okay, what if there is a window in the pants? Because Cherry was showing me some that had a window in the pants like this, and then you would get like baggy shapes here, and they would like latch onto that like this, right? If that was like wired. I think wired is what I'm trying to say. If it was if it didn't move so much as everything else. It would just sort of wobble around on the pants, like if you like pinned a clothes peg to the pants, it would just kind of like wobble around there. What fashion stuff do you like, chap? I gotta get into looking at more fashion stuff, just in general. I want to find other designers that I like. I really like all the weird Mugler stuff. That's my kind of jam. So you'd get the little Y shapes like this, right, where it would sort of hang off, like what am I trying to think of? When you get that kind of tent material, and you have the edges sewn together, and you get the drop off from it. Or where it kind of like pinches in, and you get the little like nibbles around the seam like that, but the rest of it's kind of like flat. And then what would that do? Okay, that would like pinch around that, and then it would down that way and roll around the leg, I think. I want to be able to draw crazy stuff like this and be able to figure out how to calculate the physics, I suppose. The physics, man. The physics. Oh, the physics and the dynamics and weight. Physics, the dynamics, the weight, the flow, the... What else could you say? Does that look like it makes sense? I can't see this on the screen. Oh yeah, kind of. Okay, and then that would all swing. That would all swing over to the other side. Sorry, I've still got a cough. I need to go to the doctors. I need the doctors. Probably. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Oh yeah, that would like wrap around there, right? And to it, because it's gonna hit where it is, like over there, and then like wrap from it and around and down. So you would be able to see where it's gonna hit on the leg where it's out and roll like that and then back up. Okay. I think I need to fix my Twitter thing on here and all, because I don't think that works anymore since I changed my username. That middle bit doesn't look right, does it? That doesn't. That's okay. That's gonna have to like, yeah, that will have to split there. I suppose split there and then. Would that like fold that? Okay, that would like fold that way. Yeah. And then roll. I think so. I'm a bit stuck on that. I'm gonna have to try another one. I'm gonna have to try another one like this because that's difficult. Very difficult, actually. You get like, yeah, you get like big pieces swinging down like that, right? And a little bit of, oh, I see. Okay, it would like pull. It would like pull around there on the underside of it as it fights between going up from like around here to an anchor point up here where it's like bumping up against the butt. And when it's gonna go down to where it's looser on the leg. So you'll get some that's like up and then some that like pulls down. Oh, it's like a pinch. It's like when you have the pinch in the curtain and they sort of drape them like that, except it's wrapping up and around the leg. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. This doesn't have to be really tidy either. I'm too nibbly. Too nibbly again. Too nibbly. Yeah, and then we can have little bits poking out. Little bits poking out at the side like that should behave. And that is all the back of the leg that's hitting against then. Which is going to make it roll up and around more that way. Okay. I think a lot of this we'd just be able to see like the blumps along the side, and then it would roll like that. And that's also what I was having issues with here, because that's gonna Those remind me that the ripped above the knee jeans are super popular. Are they? Were they ever not popular? I don't think I've even got a pair like that, actually. So that's all gotta be... That's all gotta be rolling around to like where the seam is here. So that's gonna be the second point of tension, is the seam that's going on there. So any of that that's rolling there is gonna whoop up to where, yeah, okay, that's gonna go to where the seam is. That's why I'm having a problem, because I wasn't accounting for like the extra bit of tension along there. That's a cool reference. Hello, by the way. Hello, how are we? Welcome to the stream. How are we doing? Which reference? Also one of the ones at the side. Like full thigh showing rips. Oh. I've seen ones where they're cut out. They have like a cutout over the thigh. And like ribbons and things and different stuff on them as well. Seen that kind of thing. I don't know. I always buy like intact jeans. I don't think I've ever bought a pair that were ripped up. Fam have been complaining for a new pair, actually. I've got to get Fam a new pair of jeans. Okay, see, they're kind of cool, because that's almost like ruching. I think it's ruching. I'm not sure if that's where it has elastic in it. The ruching. Oh yeah, they're kind of cool. They would be cool on a character design. Maybe with some more interesting windows in them than that. Okay, one more pair of pants. One more pair of pants, and then I will shade a bit, I suppose. These crinkles need work also. Can we do it where it's tighter at the top and then it gets looser towards it? Should we do like flares or something again? I think I was drawing. Was I talking about flares or drawing them the other day? I can't remember. Ooh, what about like, oh, what about like a seam down the middle? What about this? Seam down the middle. Oh, that's okay. That's a better angle by there. Okay, seam down the middle and then ruching. Ruching, why not? Like I was just doing. Oh, these are gonna look cool. Ooh, these are gonna look cool. Oh, I want to draw these on someone already. These are funky. And then how would that hang down? And then you'd have the, so like that. Right, and that's just gonna go into full like drapery around the bottom. It'd have to be up the back as well, right? Or no, you could probably get it to like roll, I suppose. I don't think this ruching is going to be terribly accurate. This is getting sort of like a softer, looser material as I go further down, but those swirly shapes really help. It's really annoying how you figure stuff out just by sketching a whole bunch, fighting with it. Get more at the bottom. Can I get the bottom like that? Ruched flares. A couple of layers of it. I feel like these need to be like heels here to get it to not look weird as well. You would have to wear heels with those, like you would step on them constantly. Right, let's do a bit more chunk down the edge of that so it's visible against everything else. Okay, I'll just nibble that in with the shapes, like boop boop boop. Boop boop boop. I made that a really awkward pose to do something like this. Okay, they do look kind of silly, but it's okay. A new layer, I suppose. New layer. Let's go and block these in so that I have a base to start shading on. And then I will get my wish wash pen and we'll do something similar to that last set of them that I showed. Does this have, oh, it does have stabilization. Ooh, okay. Right. What have you been drawing, chat? What have you been drawing? I was going to say something, I forgot what it was. Doesn't look like how I want it to look, and I can't figure out how I want it to look. Fighting for my life to do the comic. Is it like a stylization thing that you're fighting with? Because that's the fight that I'm having right now. I think I'm kind of getting there. I've gone through about 3 different sets of stylization with it. It's pretty bad. I think I had to do the same kind of thing that I did as on the Patreon with testing things out and seeing how far I wanted to push things. Everything looks bad about it is just my style, apparently. Oh no. Who's telling you that? Who's telling you that? Do you need it to have a certain style so that it doesn't clash with the story? So it fits with the tone, that's what I'm trying to say. Do you need to get it to look a certain way because of that? You are seeing it with your eyes. What if you purposefully try to change the style then? What if you do that on purpose? And then see how it looks. Go in the opposite direction and see what happens. Want it to be good, that's what I want. Did that and it made it worse? Is it that you're going in the right direction, but you need to like refine it then? Making notes on why things look bad to you is very helpful. Also, I've been trying to do that as I'm doing the like little animals that I've been drawing. Yeah, it needs like another 5 years of refining. Is it also like because the issues that I see is like just in general, I mean, the issues I tend to see with people is that they want like a higher skill level before they do what they want to do so that it carries well, or they want to like get the style to fit. I don't think that's a bad place to start also, because if you know that it needs refining and it's already going in the right direction, you kind of know what you need to do at that point. It's kind of both. I'd make like a list of what you want to improve on that is going to help you with it, and then chase it. chase it down. Same everything, but I keep drawing them differently. Oh, okay. Is it like a natural kind of you aren't settled into a single style thing? Because I have that problem because I'm a bit all over the place with the way that I draw things. I can relate to that. So you've got the designs, but you aren't happy with the finish. Look at them and make the eyes lower in the head and then think it looks right, then I decide I want them higher. Oh. I guess that's kind of a design thing then, I feel like, moving the faces around. It might just be that it needs a lot of poke in it also, to get it to work how you want it to. Because I've been, like I say, I did about like 3. I'm on my 3rd kind of height chart lineup thing, testing out different styles, and I'm gonna need to do a 4th one, but it's starting to coagulate now into something that's gonna be consistent, because what I'm doing is like I need a style that does this, this, and this, and is gonna be able to carry like this, this, and this that I want to draw. Oh, like story-wise, I guess. Like it's not gonna seem. What do I say? What do I say when a style is like inconsistent across a design? You know how you have the like anime girls and they have like a very adult body, but the head always looks like childlike, that kind of thing. Incongruent, maybe. Like they don't go together. I don't want the like style and story stuff to be like repelling each other like magnets, because it's gonna be sending mixed messages. It's gonna be confusing. It's just the anime style. It's just my style, bro. I don't know. Have you seen other stuff that's like similar that you can get an idea from? of what would look cool. It's got to be someone who's done something similar. Oh, is that all of them? No, this one. This one, okay. Then I will make a new layer and I will start to gradient some of these in. I bet I won't get them all done on stream. I don't think that's gonna happen, but they're a start. Main influence is Sailor Moon, but it doesn't look like it. Main influence, like stylistically in general with how you draw, or in terms of the direction you want the art to go for that project? Okay. Oh, these are reminding me of the Dio pants. That's what I'm thinking of. Because I made those very like loose and flowy. What the anime looks like in aesthetic, because it gets wildly goofy looking. 90s anime in general. Oh, wait, do you have like the orangutan proportions? Is that what you mean? Are you trying to get those to work? Okay, whoop. Right, pants. New layer. Reduce it a little bit. Set it on like 50%. That'll do. That'll do. No, just the face is goofy. Oh, okay. We'll see. That's what I mean by the face and the body don't look the same in anime. They're like, it's like the level of detail, I think, is what I mean. The level of detail between the face and the rest of the body is not consistent. I think that's what bothers me. That's why I don't get on with them very much. Okay. I'm just going to paint outside the lines and deal with it later. I'll say this up here now. There we go. There we go. Okay. I don't fancy fighting with the outside of this. I'll leave it. Face to be expressive and not a deviant art OC. I might have to do a BRB. I think my cat is squawking. I don't know if I've ever. I can't even think of like anime stuff where the face is very expressive. Actually, does anyone have any animes where the faces are very expressive in the style? Because I think, I don't know, with a lot of anime stuff, they tend to like chibi it, or they'll like chibi the face, or they simplify the expressions down into like icons rather than actual you know, a face with a structure. Which is why I don't get on with them. I think Sailor Moon does that as well. They like simplify it down, kind of chibi-ish. Because otherwise, mostly the eyes stay the same. The eyes are so much of like just a sticker shape that they don't really emote much. They only really move the eyebrows. As far as I can remember, it's been a while since I watched Sailor Moon. I don't know. That's what, like, I just don't get on with that kind of thing. I just do not get on with that style at all. Because you can't draw shit like this dragon in it. Do a lot of crazy off-model stuff with the faces. Oh, yeah, okay, or it's like more of a 2D thing. I was talking about that recently, wasn't I? Like the Mickey Mouse, like Mickey Mousey's rules, right? Where it's absolute rather than relative. Like no matter which way you're looking at it from, it looks the same. Do these making sense? I hope so. Don't do that cubist thing. No? I don't know, I think the anime faces aren't like that far off that, really. I'm gonna have to go and see what my cat wants. She's squawking. Let me hit the save button. I will be back in a minute, chat. I need to see what the cat wants. Let me just do a quick BRB and we'll keep going for a while longer. Oh, I'm back. Hello. 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 Right, where's that pen? There we go. Ooh. There we go. That's a comfy angle. Here we go. Sorry, the desk is very crunchy desk. Very crunchy desk. I'm gonna have to go into the. I'm gonna go in the details and do this like I was doing the last time. Into the little corners. See if it helps. I don't know if it will. Looks a bit chappy. Better. I'm going to try and select what's underneath and delete the messy chunks in a sec also. Get rid of they. Is that better? I think I'm going a bit pale on some of these values where they could be chunkier. Or is that like the one big bit that I'm probably shading it wrong. There we go. That's better. Shading it wrong. Daft. I should take off that underneath as well. think I'm getting to the sort of halfway point on these with rendering them, and then it's starting to get difficult. It's like dropping off. Or I'm dropping off. I'm dropping off after about the halfway point of starting to render them out, and it's getting more difficult. For me to figure out where the values need to be. I'm hoping this will look better than that last set though. That's what we're hoping for, is to slowly kind of, this set's better than the last one, it's better than the last one. Slowly, slowly. Slowly, slowly. Loving these studies. Hello, how are we? Welcome to the stream. How are we doing? I was liking doing the highlights as little, like, do kind of hatchy details on that last one, so I think I'm probably going to try and carry that on with this. Yap, I thought I might yap with you. Ah, comfy. Comfy, comfy. What are we yapping about? Art stuff. Yep. Oh yeah, it's these little highlights that help it look better all the time. Always those. Alcohol with potatoes is not a good combo, no. Which alcohol? Was it one that was made from potatoes also? Vodka is potato alcohol, right? Maybe donuts. Do you guys get those nasty donuts at the seaside? Coated in sugar, deep fried. Too Irish. Oh yeah, that does look better. I'm not doing great with like the shapes in general, but that's definitely reading better with those crinkles. Like a lot better. I'm gonna make another layer and do highlights too. Let's like shade the back out a little bit. I want to like this. It's getting on my nerves that it's like less fuss after a certain point to just start hatching it instead of trying to fight with the brush on the same layer. See your Twitter, let's see what kind of artist you are. Is it linked on the thing? I don't know if it's the right link. It's Bab illustration, I think. I've just been reposting a bunch of stuff recent though. Like commission stuff. The Joker emote's just making me think of that. Hello, furry artist. I'm gonna commission you to draw me some humans. I need to fix it on the little doodad on the Twitch page. Oh, these do look better. You got a what, Batman? Lobotomy? Got a what now? I really didn't want to get into hatching, but here I am. Here I go. Whee. I do think these are getting better than the last ones, though. Like, already. I don't know what was wrong with the last couple of sets. Did that help? Oh, funny, like the Pokemon? Oh, is it a Pokemon? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm out of the loop. I'm sorry. Not very skibbity of me. I'm sorry. You got the joke. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm out of the loop. I don't know what's going on. Okay, boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. I think that might be about where it's going to get to now with that. Maybe? I don't like all this. Pokemon released a life-size Gardevoir plush. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's all I'm going to say to that. Uh-oh. We know what will happen. We do, unfortunately. I thought they were lying. That's terrifying. Okay, let's try. Let's try a little bit of highlight. You whisper me that link. Was that one of I can't remember the ones that Justin RPG was obsessed with other than Reshiram. Reshiram. I don't remember. Maybe it's for the best. It's literally on the official Pokemon Twitter. I bet everyone's getting real inappropriate. Okay, boop, 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 boop. Why is this not working? Oh, did I mask? Whoops. Nope. Delete mask. I don't want that. Just an RPG you're thinking of. Is that not who I said? I know he had a harem. Don't remember what other Pokemon were in it though. don't want to know. Thought you asked who it was. Oh no. I know, unfortunately. Twitter page. I'm on Blue Sky. I keep Twitter because of artists like you. Also, thank you. Oh yeah, see that looks more like a fabric fold. That I was wanting to render fabric, actually. That was something that was on my shit list, my study shit list. Since I fight with it. It always bothers me when I do sort of cell shaded stuff. I always want like fabric texture on it, but it just is a bugger. It's a bugger to get. Sometimes the cringe is too strong or the body too weak. Yep. I know way too much about like internet weirdos. It's bad. Too much lore. I'm trying to make these not look shiny. That phase where I'm scared of getting comms, but I want to draw for people like my friends. Oh, I know what you mean. I get you. So I'm just hanging out and drawing dumb stuff with friendos. How do people feel about Patreon draw pile? Also, I think that would be fun. in the Patreon Discord. Study bully Aggie hangout would be cool. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna leave those alone. They look kind of like skin a little bit. I've made them too shiny. Like down this bit, I think. It's a bit off. Spooked that I will forget how to draw if someone commissioned me. Do you have the thing where it's easier to draw your own projects than it is stuff for someone else? I feel like that's more common. I thought, what? That was what I meant by no bully channel. Didn't mean a critique one, but the bully one, you do, bully to do the thing one. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Oh, like a motivation channel. I see. I think we're, I'm not clear enough on what I mean when I say art bully. Bully instead of roast. What happened there? Oh, great. Yeah, I remember. My backspace button doesn't work, does it? Okay. For some reason. Okay, I need to. Hang on. I have to have a workaround to do this. I was like, oh, I'll just delete it. It'll be easy. The backspace doesn't work for some reason. Drawing my own stuff is always easy. Oh, okay, that's interesting. I have the opposite problem. It's easy to do commission stuff because you know you're kind of told what to do, but I'm struggling with my own stuff, which is annoying as all hell. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Let's see. Can I just shade the booty for a start? Just get the general, like, of what's going on. I think, like so. Found about art trades. The thing about art trades that interests you is, I guess, a bit too old for that. Most art trades I see are between teenagers that draw Pokemon and stuff, not shaming them, obviously, yeah. I think you're right. Yeah. It's like a... I was gonna say like it's like a play in house thing, but it's not. It's like play in shop, I guess. But you know, that's how you start. That's how you start and how you figure things out. Not a bad thing. I've been trying to Pavlov myself the past couple of years here to get more used to working on my own projects, which is why it's a secret. You're not allowed to know, chat. You're not allowed to know what I'm doing. I'm up to something, but till I have finished pages, you ain't seeing shit. Because I've got to learn to do it on my own. I'm gonna learn to do it on my own so that I can do it. It is working though, because like I'm getting shit done, but it's a fight. It's a fight. Trying each other's OCs I would love, but I need more artist friends. Yeah, I get you. I don't know, can you do like fan art of stuff? Because that's fun also. Networking with other artists, make a rebellion. I want to be one of those people that I've been looking at manga people that are just crazy with their mental schedules, where they will stay up and not eat and not bathe, amongst other things. And I'm like, man, that's the kind of crazy you gotta. That's the kind of crazy you've got to have for like your own ideas. Like I want that. I still want to bathe. I'm still gonna bathe. I'm not gonna be stinky, but you know, just maybe a little bit further in that direction. I'm gonna tiptoe down that road a little bit. See where it takes me. Just want to be a little bit crazy. A little bit worse than now. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Is this working? I can't tell. Maybe? Oh, I hate fabric. I hate fabric so much. It's difficult to get the brush the right bloody size as well. Put that there and then I can reach it better. Right. I'm gonna have to start putting them critiques up actually that I did. For people, they need to go up on the YouTube. Need to go up on YouTube. I did one of my old things as well, actually, to go with it. Hi Baban, those tips you gave me with your last video have actually been really helpful. I just wanted to say a quick thanks. I'm glad they are helpful. Hello. Welcome to the stream. You gotta Pavlov. You gotta Pavlov yourself. With something. You gotta find what works. Don't do first stuff. Let's try drawing a dog. It looked like Edward Munch is drawing Rollo the dog. Search it and you'll know. Hang on. Let me go look. What was it? Rollo the dog? Let me see if it will load. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, that's a good dog. Oh, that's a handsome dog. It's got the people face going on. That's a real good dog. Oh, I'm taking notes on that one. Thank you. There's something about like an animal with a human face that's just really just mwah. French kiss. Excellent. It's like my brother with fur. Ooh, we talking smack. Edward Munch would have loved furries. Can't remember what a lot of his art looks like, actually. Those kind of look like pants in theory. Little bit, little bit. Little bit pants, little bit pants. Are those ones not as bad? They're a little bit, like, they're a little bit, someone's clenching. Whoever's wearing those is clenching. They're disappearing. And I'd say it to his face. Okay, is that better with a little, yeah, little crunches. Yeah, good. Good, good, good. We don't want any creases on the butt, I don't think. Maybe just like around there a little bit. A little bit. I don't know if that. I don't know if that works. I'll roast it later. I'll bully myself later about it. I'll figure it out. Okay. Let me like highlight, so I want to add in this before I go on to the other one. Like that. He hated that dog and drew it because it bit him and was aggressive towards him. Although you can't say the dog was nice, it's unclear. Maybe the dog liked to bully him, that's why he drew him so monstrously. Was it his dog? Or was it somebody else's that was harassing him? Or was the dog just his nemesis? I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. If your nemesis is just a dog. Like, that's it. His neighbours, oh. Yeah, they do look like pants. I don't know what I did, but I did something. Been finding that lighting is one of my strongest fundamentals. I'm mixing lighting studies with structural studies, and I'm improving so much faster. That's good. That's good. I forget what the advice was in that video now. I sort of like loop through. I loop through that kind of stuff a lot on stream, so I just kind of forget what I talk about when I condense it, but was I talking about like keep a list? Keep like a shit list of what you need to improve. Stuff really does help. Just to mix it together. I used to do like big kind of illustration studies like that. Edward Munch is remembered as a super serious and sad artist, but it's always nice to see that he was kind of funny at times. Yeah. I'll have to look into him. I don't think I've ever looked him up much. We're going to look at his art since I've got a tab open anyway. That dog is real good. That's excellent. Edward Munch. Forget what he's done. Oh yeah, this guy. Okay, I remember. Yeah, I don't think I've looked at his stuff very much. I will do. I will have a nosy. I like Egon Schiele and Caravaggio. That's my jam. Yeah, the Scream dude. Yeah. My boy needed therapy. I was thinking about that the other night. I think there's a thing with artists where they need some kind of therapy. Like there's something wrong. That whole stereotype about artists being wrong'uns. There's something wrong there. It's true. It's true a lot of the time. There's like some people that are normal, but it seems more common that there's something going on. But I think it's sort of also for some people like an addiction. Where it's like, I don't want help for it. It helps me do the thing that I'm good at, you know? How will I ever socialize with, how will I ever overcome my fear of people if I don't get drunk every time I go and talk to them, you know? It's like that kind of thing, but oh, I need to do my drawings. I know she burned his paintings after he died, did she? I was watching something the other night where someone was talking about a family member who like passed away, some like documentary thing, and they were talking about how he was a writer and had a bunch of poems in a box that he had instructed someone to burn if he died. And they were just like, yeah, no, we decided not to do that and pulled them out. And I was like, man, I would be pissed. Like, if I told someone to burn all my shit and then they didn't, I'd be like, ooh. I mean, you'd be gone, but you know. Oh, hey, that looks like wrinkles. Look. Mentioned your flow through gesture to capture perspective, and it got me thinking on how I could apply some of my strongest skills like line art, shading, and gesture to up my weaker skills. Interesting. That's cool. But yeah, like kind of using what you're good at to inform the other things is like a jumping off point. Make it easy. I hope people are weird about Egon. He seems like a genuine dude. I can't remember. I can remember like some of the weird other weird stuff about him, but I haven't like read that much on him. Van Gogh had a really weird life. My super embarrassing diary poems, crying to myself. You what with them? Yeah, we published them all. I would be very mad if someone did that. I told them to burn my shit and they published it. They were really pissed off. Yep, because I know one thing works, it's informing the weaker aspects. Ah, yeah, there you go. Did I mention in it that I usually talk about how I went from doing the cell shading to understand the form to more painty stuff later, because I was struggling with so many like values and planes and things, so I was like, right, let's simplify it down to 2 values, because if you can figure that out, if you can figure out how to block out the form like that, you can figure out how to do it with more values. It's just adding shit in at that point, you know. And it helped because I tend to like think of stuff in cell shading terms now. Easy to catch what I'm not good at to target. Yes. Get that stuff on the shit list. That's what I used to do though. I used to I need to go back to doing it. I just haven't had that much time to do it with trying to, well, I'm trying to like specifically target what I need to do for like comic learning at the moment, but I used to have my shit list of things that I needed to learn. And then I would gather them as I'd been working on different things and noticed stuff. And then when I had enough, I would gather them all together. I would gather them all. Is that right? Yeah, I would gather them all together and make one illustration that tried to hit all of them, so that I had to purposefully study them in something that I was making. And that made it like way easier to understand. Or have like motivation for it, because if you've got one big thing that you're working on, it's kind of, you can see where it's going and that it's a thing that's going to be finished, but lots of individual studies get very tiring very quickly, because it's not always easy to see like the end goal of where you're trying to take it, especially when you're trying to start out and get good. Not familiar with the process. Someone published it after he died, and it's one of his most famous pieces. Wait, who's this now? See you later. Love your studies. Thank you for coming to the stream. Have a good day. Also, Chopin said you don't like the trope of sad artist. Me too. I heard David Lynch say being sad doesn't make you a better artist. It probably makes you a worse one. Van Gogh was probably the most happy when he was painting and creating stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I try to not be sad. I try to be silly Billy on the stream. But yeah, the moping doesn't really help. I don't think. If you can help it, or try to help yourself with the moping, I think it goes a long way, because it's very easy to sit there and mope. Or convince yourself that the moping is helping, also, is one. Or that you are righteous for moping. Because, oh, aren't things just so bad? Maybe you can't do shit about it. Maybe that's just how it is. I don't know. I don't know what other kind of... I don't know. Do you guys do art as like a... You choose to do it? Because I don't know if I choose to do it. I kind of have the... I get itchy and I have to. I'm not sure I can help myself. I'll leave those alone now. I need to draw the feet in too. Chopin's Fantasy Impromptu. I'm not familiar with classical music. Sorry. Wants to do it because I want to see the idea happen. Huh. So it's like a to serve the idea kind of thing. I think a lot with the whole sad artist thing, it's some kind of coping mechanism to like displace stuff. If it's what I was talking about, where it's I need to draw or I will go crazy kind of thing. Like you just do it, you can't help yourself. I feel like art is my purpose. I want to do comics and tell stories the rest of my life, and I'm racing to start that. Writing and storyboarding my first comic finally at the moment. Yay, that's awesome. Good job. Get its ass. I always had the thing where I just would draw. It's just what I do, and I don't know why I do it. And I've been wondering that for a long time. Why? Why though? Why draw? Why? I mean, funny faces. Haha, funny, silly. Giggle, have laugh, but I don't know. I've been thinking about it for a while, but I've been looking at it as just, well, I guess I'm accumulating skill for when I figure it out, but I'm going to attempt the comic that I'm thinking about. Writing. I'm writing. Getting there. Struggling. And hopefully that will justify it. I don't know. Maybe not, but hey ho. I'll figure something out. I don't know if I'll figure out what I want to, but I'll sure figure something out from it. Just from making it and going through it. I'll learn something, even if it's something I don't want to know. Maybe I'm just nosy. Maybe I'm quite nosy. Maybe it's just that. My mate calls it the hunger. It can be for anything, but it's an insatiable urge to create. Yeah, that's the one. Got the hungries. I don't know if anyone would have done studies on that kind of thing, but I would like to know if that is similar to the reaction that you get from anything addictive. Because I know I'm not going to have fun. I know I'm not going to have fun. It's not that, like, immediate. Kind of like, like if you go out and get shit-faced or something. It's not like that. I'm going to sit and suffer, and I might like it later and I might not. So I don't know. I want to know if the brain chemicals behave the same. Definitely something weird. Artists are weird. A little bit weird. A bit weird, a little bit strange. And dopamine and instant gratification versus delayed gratification, yeah. That's why you gotta Pavlov yourself, chat. It's the delayed gratification. Ooh, I hate these pants. I hate these kind of pants. It looks like it's doing something already, actually. The little triangles seem to be helping. Was there something else I needed to do today? Am I going crazy? No. No. Not now. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Oops. So far as I can tell, these kind of pants are just like angles. Just draw the angles and let them sort of blonk in. I don't know. Dopamine cycle is a huge part of art and you can become addicted to it. However, there's a level of personal intimacy of seeing and understanding every tiny improvement that sings to me. That's a good way to describe it too. Hello, hope you're doing good today. I am, thank you. How are we? Welcome to the stream. How are we doing? How many of these do I think I can get done? I'm going very slow. I'm going very, very slow. Weak sauce. Go faster. Yeah, since I saw one of your streams, I missed you a lot. Ah, welcome back. I'm doing like regular streams. I've been doing like study streams, trying to do a couple of hours in the day with this kind of thing. Recent. Just to get back to doing it consistently. And I will keep going. I will keep going. I'm gonna keep doing them. Okay, boop, boop, boop. What we got? Butts. Got butts. We got butts. Can I just like block some of this in? I'm wanting to go off from the sketch, and I think that might be fine. I think that might be fine. If I'm thinking I should do that, maybe I should do it. Can I have something big and start staying on Twitch? It's COVID time, I thought something bad happened to you. Oh no, I was doing like, what's the word? NDA. I was doing like NDA stuff, so I couldn't stream it. So I just took off for a while. I just took off for a while. I'm back now though. I was working on setting up a lot of my own project stuff as well, so I'm gonna get started on that eventually. Just fighting with it until it's to where I'm ready to draw. I thought it was a good idea while I was doing NDA stuff to just up and disappear and work on that for a while, because then there was no chance to go for the, you know, instant attention of being like, oh, this is the comic I'm doing, but I haven't actually done anything yet. Because once you talk about it, then it's out there already, and then it's like, what's the point in making it? What's the point in making it then? Or I think that's my problem anyway, so it's a secret until I... It's a secret until I've actually started drawing and have a backlog and I'm ready to post it. Then you'll hear about it, but I'm just going to gob off about it and remind you about it and myself about it so that I can self-bully for a little while. Very glad. I love your work so much. Thank you. I remember at the time I was learning how to draw and you gave me the biggest advice ever, and since then I didn't stop. Hey, I'm glad. I hope you are doing good with it. I'm curious what advice it was. Also, what did I say? And why was it helpful? Actually, I'm curious. I wanna know. I always forget to ask people where they found me as well. That's something I should do. Something along the lines of bitch about it while you do it, just do it. That's it, that's the golden rule. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's still the advice I give. That one holds up. There you go, chat. Testimony. It works. That's so funny. Oh, I'm really glad that worked for you, man. Particular studies or practices you'd recommend for drawing from imagination? What do you want to draw from imagination? Is there something specific or just training the brain cells to be able to calculate things, I suppose, in general? Found your channel looking for tutorials on Clip Studio. Oh, that's interesting. See, I should do more of those. I know there's a clip update. Coming somewhere down the line that I will get. Probably not worth doing any more clip shoots until then, eh? Hopeful, because I was very anxious about just doing the thing. I thought it had to be perfect right away, and I couldn't wrap my mind around it and looked something because I was just afraid. Yep. Instead of just drawing and figuring it out. Yeah, I was listening to Brandon Sanderson has been putting out his writing lectures for this year. Someone told me, so I was watching the other ones, but he's got the ones for this year out now, and he was talking about how people group it into, you're either an outliner where you outline the story and then you go from the outline, or you pants it. So you just start writing and see where it goes. You're like one of the two or somewhere in between. But he was like, even if you're an outliner, you're gonna figure out more things as you're writing. Like, you're not gonna know what happens. You're gonna figure it out as you're writing because you're making your brain sort of go through the programming and see if it makes sense. And it will throw up more things that you can like sub in. This isn't how he was describing it. It's me going off on one, but I was like, oh, it's the same kind of thing. You've just got to sit your ass down and do the thing. But he mentioned in an outline you might have something like, oh, the characters are in this situation, and then your next bullet point is they escape. And you have to figure out how that happens, but that's going to be something that just comes as you're writing it. You're going to figure out how they would do it. And I was like, oh, that's what drawing's like. That's what drawing's like. It's like you got to have the physical movement. As long as you're making physical movements and trying to figure it out, you're probably going to win. And if you keep doing that, you're going to get there just by sheer fucking doing it, you know? Sheer persistence. Have to be both. You do have to be both. Oh, you're gonna be both. You're gonna be both, was his point, I think. You're gonna be both, whether you like it or not, or whether you think you are or not. Ooh, these are very crunchy. This is very crisp packety. Can't speak. Too British, I can't speak. A crisp packet. It's a little bit like a crisp packet. Poses and people, honestly, structure. I would get really into looking at the anatomy and the structure so that you start to figure out where you can simplify things. Because, okay, I do a lot of drawing, and I talk about making a shorthand version of what I'm drawing. So if I'm drawing something like a face, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna go around and make little marks like this, and they correspond to different parts of the anatomy. So, you know, this is here because there's a zygomatic arch underneath there. This is there because it's the temporal curve, like up there. So if you want to simplify stuff, you have to know what you're simplifying. Especially if you can get to the point where you can ramble it off like that. and be like, oh, this is a simplification of this structure. Blah, blah, blah. I think I talk about it when I'm drawing hips. I'm like, this is where the top of the femur. Just the femur. Yeah, femur, femoral artery. Yeah. This is where the top of the femur is, and then, you know, down to the little knee squidge. And if you can figure out what parts like that are the most obvious, you can kind of build your own map in your head of like a simplified, pared down expression of the anatomy. And once you have that, you can like fill in the rest later, you know, and you can go and look at refs later, but if you just want to doodle, you need some kind of basic framework. Like, I don't think you really even need to learn that much to do that. And then, you know, once you get something you're happy with, you can go and look up more detailed refs to slap the muscles and things on in the right place and correct anything that you got wrong. That's how I go about it anyway. People don't realize that they are opposites of each other because the pencil touches the things that move us at an unconscious level that can't be explained. Oh, like when things just appear, like you just suddenly understand stuff. What do you mean about wanting to draw from imagination with no reference? Yeah, I think it's like you can draw something without needing to look at it because you've got like an internalized kind of map of it, like I was talking about. Like it's ingrained well enough that you can replicate it without needing to look at any images of the thing. All right with the creativity of it, but sometimes reference hunting, the one idea becomes an impossible chase, and it gets to the point where I just wish I could portray the idea I so clearly see in my mind. See, I'd be like against looking for references until you can get those blocks down, because otherwise it does just become chase the reference. In my experience. What am I missing? Take my own reference pictures. Mix a lot of refs to be able to draw what I want. Oh yeah, that's a good idea as well, if you can't find a ref you want. There's like a whole bunch of stuff you can do with that, like making your own references even if you don't have like the actual thing. Depending on what it is, obviously, but especially with like perspective, you can just set up, you know, you can set up like bricks or something, or you can you can set shit up in Minecraft and draw over it, you know? Figure out perspective. Giant Bully Baban, hello, yeehaw. It is me, the big bully. Welcome to the stream. It's bully time, chat. If you have power of jumping on the turtle and it pops out of its shell, and for some reason jumping on the shell again makes it a spinning weapon that can't be explained, but it makes sense. Do you mean like just being able to get people to follow along with something, even though it's wacky? And doesn't seem to make sense. Terrified of this new character you're using? Thank you. Thank you. It's the Botox. Like what you're studying? Clothes are fun. Thank you. I don't know why I'm not talking about what I've got on the screen, actually. So on these, I was... it's like reference, draw the reference, try it in 2 values. So I'm thinking about that in terms of like cell shading as well, I guess. But that's like figuring out the shapes. And then I'm trying to check that I am internalizing them correctly by doing these. So these are from imagination. But I have those at the side to see if I'm catching it properly. Because once I have the formula down, you know, it should be good. Should be good. Be able to repeat it. We take things for granted that don't make sense, and if you were to plan out Mario and try to make sense out of it, it would kill the magic. Yeah. Such simple advice, but Danik, when the problem is just in your face, it's hard to say. It is. It is. It's difficult to think about it in the appropriate resolution. I've got into the habit of writing down lists of how to approach problems. Because that's like the lowest resolution you can think of it in, right? Like I need to turn the computer on. I need to press the button to turn the computer on. I need to plug it into the wall and I need to press the button and then I need to start the computer up and, you know, put the password in. And then I need to open the drawer in software and I need to pick up the pen. Is like the really obnoxious simplified version of it, but I try and think of it on a scale of that, between that and like I need to make my entire comic. But that's like the first step of it, you know? Just be able to simplify it down. I feel like the folds are always some kind of triangle. Yeah, me too. It's like I have a theory. I have a theory that they tend to sit in like a waffle shape, like this, where they will intersect, kind of like bricks. I think that's what's going on. You first trace the shapes on the picture and then you draw what you see. And you draw on your own. Yeah, okay, so yeah, the ones over on the right on this sheet, this is a good example up here. I was tracing over it and then I was drawing it next to it. And figuring out the values. So I'm trying to mark down the blue is where there's like tension. And that dictates where the flow of the fabric is. So it's going from where that blue is down to the red around the feet, and it's like pooling and sitting on top of the feet. Yeah, and then I rendered it and then I did it in 2 values to try and understand the shapes. But yeah, I'm waffles. I think it's waffles. Waffles and like little Y shapes. But the Y shapes are kind of like waffles anyway, so kind of the same thing. Stiffer the fabric, the sharper and harder the triangles are. Yup. Crunchy triangle, crunchy waffles. See, it's the same as like paper folds and like crisp packets, like plastic. So that's like a bit tougher. I'm having issues with like the in-betweens of the folds, because the folds are kind of like, this is wider here, but when you get to these, the little crunches in between are like very, very small. Like on this one, I'm kind of struggling to replicate what's going on in the crinkles. Simplifying everything and getting rid of the details is key too. This is the stylization he made. Chef's kiss. I'm obsessed with Lane Decker. So good. So good. It's one of those artists where I'm like, yeah, I'm never getting there. I'm just going to appreciate. I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad about Lane Decker. Such a journey of trying to simplify the shading. You can do it. You can do it. I believe. But you know, keep crying about it. Keep crying, but you better be drawing. I think that's the only thing I've changed with that advice, is I say keep crying about it, but keep drawing. Cry all you want, but you better be drawing while you're doing it. So easy to overdo. It is. I got a bad habit of like overdoing shapes really bad. Bad habit. I got bad habits. Okay, let's do this one, and then I'll go back and do some highlights on that. And I think we'll just do like these three this time. They are improving from the other ones though. They look kind of shiny. I don't think I was getting the things on them. Unironically, the best thing you ever told me. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear that works. I tell that to everyone. Because, like, yeah, if you've got a problem, you're going to figure it out, probably. Or you're going to figure out, like, 99% of the problems that you have just by sitting and doing it. Your brain will catch up. It takes it a minute sometimes. Use the non-dominant hand to hold the tissue to your eyes, and the tears won't blur your vision and keep you from drawing. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. And if you're just lazy and can't cry about it, go and get yourself an onion. Go and fetch yourself an onion, chat. A little bit of onion juice in the eyes will do the job. That'll get you crying. Maybe it's time to do a video. Maybe it's time to do the video on cry all you want, but you better be drawing. Maybe. That and the time's gonna pass anyways is a good one, actually. The time's gonna pass anyway, chat. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Not draw? Huh? What are you gonna do about it? Huh? Drawing was like a test or something. No ref, no shoots, no nothing. That hand, I had to figure out everything by myself and thought I was just that dumb. Yeah, it's okay. I had that phase too. Right, guys, I need to sleep. Australia is not friendly for streams. Oh no. Have a good snooze. Thank you for coming to the stream though. Have a good snooze. Time is gonna pass anyway. Pass the time getting good or just complaining about it. Yeah, you don't get to keep the complaining about it. That's gonna disappear. You don't get to keep that. You do get to keep whatever you draw though, which is kind of cool, right? It's pretty cool. Even if it's bad, you get to keep it. If it's bad, you get to laugh at it later as well. Do the thing. You can bitch about it, but do it. It's the one. Shia LaBeouf had a point. It's me, Shia LaBeouf. Just do it, chat. I may have to go and see what my cat wants. It is yowling down there for some reason. Yow, she says. Well, to get out of the studies phase. Oh, I know what you mean. I don't know if I'm winning there. Ooh. Should I bypass that so I have like no pictures of myself in a drawings from before the past few years? I mean, you can make more though. You can make more and then you can laugh at them later. When you improve. I feel like so much better about drawing once if I look at my old stuff. If I look at old stuff that I've drawn, I'm like, haha, that was really funny. I can do better than that. I can do better than that. ADHD makes my brain hurt a lot. I'm trying to do things I don't want to do, so I just try to convince myself to do it by putting a stream on the other monitor. I understand everything is kind of a study anyway, so just doing it. Doing what I love will make me happy. Yeah, that's the one. That's I'd consider just like doing stuff a part of studying, just doing like anything. Obviously, not to do like exclusively, but it, you know, it all piles up. Dies from cringe. It's okay. Embrace the cringe. Embrace the cringe. It's good. It's good. Remember, we all come from cringe, and to cringe we will return. It's okay. It's just the circle of life. No great innovation was made without cringe. Gotta be cringe before it's good. It's the only way. I lied to myself that I ain't doing anything, just watching a stream, but the hands are working, yeah. That's a good one. That's sneaky. That's good and sneaky. God looked upon the world and saw it was cringe, and so he decided he would flood it. Yeah, see, the next one will be better, chat. That's how it works. If you have to erase something, the next one will be better. Or if your file gets deleted, it's okay, because the next time you draw it, it will be better, because you will have learned from the previous one, and it will piss you off, but it will help. Kind of need the background noise. It does help. It does help. That's kind of what I do with stream. Stream helps, because then pay attention to chat. Shuts up part of brain, think stupid. Cringe is a very important stage of development. Also, it's important, chat. It's good for you. Don't delay. Do not delay the cringe. Engage the cringe now. It's that thing of where you've got to like socialize an animal when it's small, right? So that it's not like terrified of people when it's older and unmanageable. Like if you get a puppy, it's like that. You gotta deal with the cringe. You deal with it up front. So interesting. I amplify the part of me where I just think everything is bad with any sounds. Oh. Is there anything that works different or like better for you then? For that kind of thing? I'm curious. I do it with the stream is like just enough. It's just enough to take up that amount of processing power. But where I can still draw. I don't think I'd be able to draw in front of people and be able to maintain any kind of quality in what I'm doing. But I can stream. I can stream and do it. It's quite comfy. Helpful. Don't know what I was doing with that line down there. I don't know about that. That looks kind of dumb. It's kind of dumb. I think I was trying to like scoot that around, maybe. I think that's what was going on. Okay, let's try and finish. Let's try and finish this. I'm gonna have to scoot in a minute. I'm starting to get headachy. I'm gonna have to have a little bit of a rest and then back to it. Oh yeah, it's been a while now anyway. Okay. If I do that, maybe. Streaming like that accountability to do stuff, my brain be like, people can see procrastinating, you better get the learning happening on screen. That's the one. You can't hide if everyone can see what you're drawing. No hiding. Okay, how does that look? I should put the seams on really, like. Boop, 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 do, 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 do. Woo. It's fun wrapping the shapes around everything like this. And then doing the little highlight along it. And why do we have it over here? Swing. And then this baggy by there. It's going to be another fight. Just keep any other side of it consistent and mirrored. Mirrored. Symmetrical. Symmetrical. Is it? Symmetrical. Okay, that top bit went a bit silly, I think, but does that one like more by that? Maybe. Maybe. I'm not sure on that one. I don't know. Don't know. Don't know. We'll look at them again and roast them and see if look bad as think right now. My brain's starting to turn off. I think I'm getting sleepy now. I'm getting sleepy. Gonna have to go soon. What have you been drawing, chat? What have you been drawing? Well watch stream. What been draw? Well watch stream. I think I'm getting too chunky with a lot of the like. That swoop along there seems like just too much. So it might be. These like bigger details with the crinkles are not looking as bad, but some of the smaller ones just look like they have too much volume. Or too much weight to them as well. Oh, that's nice. Get that back on everything to sort of carve it out. What's for dinner, chat? It's fish and chips here tonight. Fish and chips. And pickled beetroot, probably. On the chips with beans, or like mixed into the beans. Something nasty like that. Something nasty. Soften that out, actually. I could probably do that already. I don't have to worry about it too much. I'm not sure I'm happy about these, but progress. They're looking extra weird and lumpy, like as I'm doing this. Extra weird and lumpy. Block that in. Like I do too much, kind of like crinkly sometimes. It's easy to do too much. Oh, this one wants some on it as well. Before I scoot, I'll put a little bit around these. Okay, I might leave those alone now. I don't know if I can fight much more with them. Let them feet go. Little legs underneath. I should block these in a different value as well, and I'll take all the mess off. Take all the mess off. There we go. They're a bit better. They're a bit better than the other ones. Right, I'll save and I'll scoot traffic coming to the stream. I'll be back tomorrow as well for more drawing. More drawing on stream tomorrow. Or tomorrow. Right, have a good chat. Ta-ra.